By late 2025, the Ethena protocol had reached a period of rapid expansion, with total value locked peaking at over $16.6 billion. Then, on October 10th, a sudden liquidation event rippled through the derivatives markets. In under 36 hours, over $20 billion in leveraged perpetual long positions were completely wiped out. The unwinding of that long bias compressed funding rates to zero and temporarily drove them negative. This triggered approximately $1.9 billion in immediate USDE redemptions within a strict 48-hour window. This visualization maps the fallout. On the left, USDE's supply contracts rapidly, dropping 73% to $3.9 billion. But on the right, the solvency ratio remains flat, holding above 101%. The protocol absorbed this deleveraging without breaking its peg, executing liquidations under extreme duress. Surviving the 10-10 liquidation cascade proved that Ethena's underlying math functioned accurately. However, the subsequent contraction exposed a heavy reliance on bull market leverage, forcing the protocol into a deliberate structural pivot. As of June 2026, the circulating supply of USDE has stabilized at approximately $3.9 billion, establishing it as the largest synthetic dollar asset in decentralized finance. The protocol achieves this scale entirely on-chain. It operates with zero direct fiat bank deposits and holds zero traditional sovereign debt backing. Today, Ethena is transitioning from a single-product, crypto-native basis trading tool into a diversified, regulated financial utility layer. To understand the mechanics of this transition, we will deconstruct the core delta-neutral yield engine, map its integration with traditional financial credit, and analyze its 2026 compliance-wrapped network expansions. The architecture Ethena relies on today maps exactly how institutional capital bridges the gap between permissionless, decentralized finance and strictly regulated traditional markets. The mechanical separation between USDE and a traditional stablecoin lies in a delta-neutral portfolio. This structural flowchart illustrates the stablecoin's creation. An authorized participant begins by depositing spot collateral, typically a liquid staking token or Bitcoin. Automatically, the protocol executes an offsetting action. It opens a short perpetual futures position of the exact same size on centralized derivatives exchanges. This creates a tightly bound equation. The net portfolio valuation equals the quantity of the physical spot asset plus the size of the perpetual short contract. The result is a net zero exposure to the underlying asset's price movements. If the price of the deposited spot asset drops, the short perpetual position gains an equal amount of value. This perfect offset neutralizes price volatility, allowing USDE to maintain a steady $1 peg. Once delta neutrality is achieved, the architecture generates yield through two distinct simultaneous revenue streams. The first stream is derived from the physical spot collateral. Liquid staking tokens actively capture Ethereum validator consensus and execution layer fees, providing an average return of roughly 3%. The second stream is highly variable. It captures the funding rates paid by leveraged long traders to short position holders within centralized derivatives rockets. USDE is an automated on-chain basis trading engine designed to harvest structural inefficiencies in global crypto derivatives markets. But the derivative stream carries a systemic vulnerability. The yield generation relies entirely on a market regime where long positions outnumber shorts, forcing the longs to pay the shorts. During a prolonged bear market, funding rates flip negative. Short holders must pay long holders. When this happens, Ethena must pay these carry costs out of its own reserve fund to keep its hedges open, slowly eroding the backing ratio. In June 2026, Ethena executed a structural upgrade to decouple a portion of its yield entirely from the cycles of the crypto market. This animated chart tracks the resulting shift in Ethena's collateral reserves. Notice the spot crypto wedge shrinking to accommodate a direct integration of real-world assets, executed through a strategic partnership with Centrifuge. The protocol's risk committee approved an initial reserve allocation of approximately $310 million directly into the Janus Henderson JAA Fund. The JAA Fund is a tokenized pool of AAA-rated collateralized loan obligations. This represents a highly regulated basket of standard corporate loan credit. Injecting tokenized corporate credit into the reserves establishes a predictable, low-duration yield stream. This asset class acts as a fixed shock absorber, protecting the protocol from the violent volatility of crypto derivatives funding rates. Even with stabilized reserves, a strict regulatory barrier prevents traditional institutions from purchasing yield-bearing assets like SUSD. Following the passage of the U.S. Genius Act in July 2025, payment stablecoin issuers are legally prohibited from paying yield directly to holders within the United States. This comparison matrix details the multi-token architecture Ethena engineered to separate protocol utility from regulatory compliance. The left column holds the permissionless DeFi tokens. The right column holds the regulated traditional finance equivalents, strictly gated by Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering filters. The first TradFi asset is USDTB. This is a fully collateralized, non-yield-bearing stablecoin, backed 90% by BlackRock's BUIDL fund. It complies with the Genius Act and functions as highly liquid margin collateral. The second asset is IUSDE. This operates as an institutional-grade wrapper for the yield-bearing SUSDE, using whitelist contracts to enforce mandatory identity verification on all transfers. This wrapper creates a legally compliant pipeline. Regulated investment managers can set up special-purpose vehicles, allowing hedge funds and corporate treasuries to harvest crypto-basis yields without executing on-chain transactions or interacting with public smart contracts. The viability of this pipeline was validated in June 2026, when Ethena secured a major strategic alliance with Coinbase Ventures. Under this alliance, Coinbase became the primary infrastructure partner for custody and perpetual trading execution, while expanding USDE directly onto its base Layer 2 network. These compliance wrappers and exchange partnerships integrate Ethena into the legal framework required for institutional capital to access on-chain yield. Ethena's long-term strategy focuses on developing the underlying infrastructure required for a multi-chain financial network. On the consumer front, Ethena deployed a payments application natively within the Telegram messaging platform and the TON blockchain ecosystem. Integrated directly with Apple Pay, this application allows users to spend SUSDE at conventional point-of-sale terminals. The underlying collateral continues generating basis yield continuously, right up until the exact moment of settlement. This status board contrasts that consumer momentum with a major infrastructure setback. On the left is the active TON integration. On the right is the delayed Converge Layer 1 blockchain. Converge was designed in partnership with Securitize as a public, EVM-compatible settlement network optimized for tokenized assets, requiring USDE and USDTB to pay transaction gas fees. By June 2026, persistent mainnet delays forced Terminal Finance, a decentralized exchange built specifically for Converge, to cancel its launch entirely and return $280 million in pre-deposited assets back to users. Ethea's synthetic token mechanics hold up securely under stress, but the operational realities of bootstrapping consensus for a custom Layer 1 network remain a massive unresolved hurdle. The Ethena protocol survived the death of its speculative hypergrowth phase. It operates in 2026 through a dual-engine model, counterbalancing the volatility of crypto basis trading with the predictable stability of tokenized corporate credit. As the protocol stabilizes, it is reinforcing its foundations to support massive institutional volume. Through the engineering of specific compliance wrappers, complex on-chain derivatives math has been successfully translated into legally sound products designed specifically for traditional financial balance sheets. By separating risk, yield, and regulatory compliance into modular layers, the protocol now functions as a bridge between permissionless liquidity and regulated institutional balance sheets.